Okay, so I'm out here at Chuck's place in Palm Springs, Atomic Auto, right, Chuck?
Atomic Auto!
Hopefully you can hear that. He said Atomic Auto in Palm Springs. He was nice enough. He's holding on to my 1963 Pontiac LeMans Convertible that I bought like 2 weeks ago. Haven't had a chance to touch yet. And I got to see if I can get this thing running. Supposedly it was running a few years ago, but you know how that goes. And unfortunately, the guy disassembled a bunch of brake stuff and then left it all in the back seat for me to sort out later, I guess, because he kind of gave up on it. So let's go check this car out and see how bad it is. All right, so the 1963 Pontiac LeMans Convertible in all its glory, and unfortunately somebody who owned this previously thought it was a GTL, which it is not, unfortunately. This does not have a 389 or a 400. It has half a 389. So this is a 4-cylinder engine that is basically a Pontiac 389 cut in half, which they did on these funky LeManses, like the pre-64 ones. And unfortunately, we tried to turn the key in the ignition and it broke off, so I'm gonna make a trip to a locksmith, and unfortunately that was like an original key, but those get old, as you can imagine, after like, you know, almost 60 years of use. Here's some of the brake parts. I've got my bottle, so hopefully I can get this thing lit. A couple extra hubcaps for it. It had the seat cushion because there isn't any. It was actually currently registered, but the plates were off, so it was actually currently tagged when I got it, if you can believe that. And continuing with our, oh, check this out. It even has Gto badges on the front fenders, because, you know, why not try to say it's a GTO when they didn't even make a GTO in 1963. Dash, you know, steering wheel's cracked, dash is faded. It is also a 4-speed, which definitely makes it faster, so you can go drag racing with that little 4-cylinder engine. Original AM radio without push buttons. Don't know if it works yet. I haven't tried anything. And like I said, this is a real convertible. It is not something that someone cut the roof off. The top, I can kind of tell, isn't in very good shape. According to the previous owner, the hydraulics still work, but the top is pretty well destroyed. Door actually shuts pretty good. This car originally came out of Georgia, so it's not a California car. Coming around the back, I can't really show you much right now because of where it's parked. I would have filmed it where we got it, but we literally had to grab the car and kind of take off. I'm going to grab the key just so we can pop the trunk when we come around the other side. It's actually got all 4 of the original T3 headlights, which is pretty amazing. Let me see what I can't remember what the odometer says on this. I haven't even looked at this car since a couple weeks ago. 105,000. So this car probably has 105,000 original miles. Radiator's actually still full. The oil looked good. So hopefully we're gonna get this thing lit today. It's not gonna be drivable because of the brakes, unfortunately. There's a radio antenna, but it's missing. So, just kind of a neat early 60s Pontiac convertible. These have the rope drive shaft, which is like, the drive shaft is like a big cable. I don't know if the trunk opens. Oh, the lock's there, but the little chrome piece on the end of the lock. Get those, that's standard. And it has a bunch of extra pieces. We think the engine might have been rebuilt because there's a bunch of used parts in here, and the engine's been resprayed. It's like a carb kit for the carb. See, it's got a Georgia antique vehicle license plate from 2001, so it was in Georgia as recent as then. And there's a few extra parts for brakes in here, so we're gonna have to go through all this, see what's here, see what isn't here, order parts accordingly, and kind of go from there. Trunk actually shuts pretty nice. Let's see if we can get the chrome a little bit better on the back. And they put a limited badge there for some reason. So lots of weird stuff going on with this car, but it's actually in really good condition. It might make a nice little cruiser. And I just sold my Fairmont, so at least one thing's gone. But yeah, it's just a neat car, maybe for summer. Maybe I'll sell it. I really don't know yet. So let's go get a key made, and then we'll see what we can do with this thing. All right, I am back. I got keys made. Unfortunately, the key didn't work. So there's something else going on with the lock. So what I did was I ran over to Harbor Freight because I forgot my trigger. Got one from Harbor Freight, and I hot wired it. So I can hot wire this wire. Where's the wire? I don't know where the wire is. This wire to the battery, and we're gonna hit it with some wonderful spray and see if at least we have pop, because if it pops, that means it'll probably run. I've already checked the oil, it's full. And so basically I got the trigger going to the solenoid, which is on the starter, which is super easy to get to on this car, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is position the camera, and we're going to see what we got. Connect this to the battery. That does sound like a running car, doesn't it?
Yeah, buddy.
So you put some more stuff down the throat. I don't think the guy was lying. I think it was running a few years ago. Oh, now she's not happy.
Needs more.
Needs more. Okay. Yep, sparking.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
So now we got to hook up some gas and see what we got. All right, I got my fuel system set up, which is basically like a Motion Pro thing for motorcycles, and then gravity feeds down to the carburetor, but it actually does work. So you don't need one of those clickety-clack like those other big YouTubers use. You just need to use gravity feed. So we're going to see if it starts now. Turn it on.
There's a valve?
I got a valve right there, so you can turn it on.
Holy. Oh, no, it's
leaking. Of course it is.
Are we going to catch on fire?
Of course.
I hope so.
It would be more fun. Okay, let's see if this thing starts. Hit it with some goop. Okay, we got a running car. Put gas to it. I don't think I can hold it. Oh, I better hold it. Unfortunately, I gotta hold the wire, but it is a running car. Woo! It sounds really wonderful. Chuck's got the throttle. Okay, so we got a running hot rod, I guess.
We have a running something.
Running something. It needs an exhaust. It's probably, you people on YouTube are probably deaf right now.
What? What?
Yeah, exactly. So now we have a running 63 Pontiac 4-cylinder drag car, GTO.
It's leaking like a son of a bitch underneath.
Oh, great.
No, seriously, look at it.
What's leaking? Oh, it's like water, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Let's have a look.
It's coming out of the carburetor.
Oh, it's coming out of the car. Oh, the carburetor needs a rebuild then. Shut the fuel off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's dumping.
Did you turn this up?
No, that's probably a good idea. All right, so it runs, the carb leaks, so next I think we're going to have to order a carb kit for it.
Ah, screw that.
Oh my God, the car is broken. Jacking it up, we're going to check the brakes. See what's going on there. Look at that. These are basically like a transaxle, similar to like a Corvair back there. They look like independent.
It's a front engine Corvair.
Basically, it's a front engine Corvair. That's pretty much what it is. Look at that exhaust hanging down. That is one quality automobile. All right, we're gonna check out the rust. A little bit of rust around the rockers.
Here's fuel pump.
There's the electric fuel pump. So we knew that the mechanical wasn't hooked up for some reason. Let's see here. So this is like your drive. Whoa, what's going on there?
Oh, it's just there's no limit on these. Oh, the shock's disconnected.
Oh, look at that. There's quality.
That explains everything.
Only fine quality automobiles get my name on the title. This one's actually connected.
Oh, look, it's a cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb. Well, yeah, it's not even hooked up, so it's even louder. More horsepower.
Look how tiny that transaxle is.
Yeah. Suppose it's like the same as a Corvair, but of course not without the engine in the back. It has a gas tank where the engine would go on a Corvair. Guy probably drove it like, why is it driving funny? Well, there you go. These tires are like old and not good. Is there a date code? Date code, date code, date code. No date code. Just know that they're old. Let's go over here. Let's see how we're doing exhaust wise.
It'll work. This flange needs to be straightened a little bit and she'll bolt right up.
Oh, okay, so we got that.
Oh, look, there's a clutch.
Oh, there's a clutch. The inspection plates.
And there's the rope
missing.
drive.
It might be, there's a rope drive's right there.
There's shifter.
Yeah,
Shift linkage.
Shift linkage is there.
That
So
looks
like your
ridiculous.
transmission's in the back.
That's
Your engine's up here. It's just a weird car all around here. People are probably scratching their heads unless they've actually worked on one of these. And it's got a freshly blue painted engine because it's a Chevy. No, Pontiac's had blue too.
No, Chevys were orange.
Chevys were orange. I'm saying Ford, sorry.
Yeah, this is blue painted.
Yeah.
It's like blue printed, but with paint.
Yeah, blueprinted. So it's either rebuilt or somebody just got really creative with some paint. So, I'll have to see. Maybe that inspection plate's like in the trunk or something. I'll have to see. But, yeah. Is it terrible? No. Is it ready for Barrett Jackson? No. Still a piece of like 60s General Motors history.
Both sides.
So we actually got the wheels off. We got 3 wheels off. This one was kind of stuck on, and we figured out why. There was no drum, but it's got like new shoes, all new stuff, but no drum. So that's how the guy put it back together.
There might be a drum in the trunk.
Yeah, we might have to be replacing some things here. Might be one in the trunk, maybe one in the back seat. And coming back here,
Those were vented.
2 of these were sheared off already. We didn't do that. And there's just 3 holding that on, so.
We'll take that one off too and see what's there.
Well, let's do that right now. All right, we got the rear drums off. Actually looks, they got plenty of meat left on them. The hoses on both sides are like that. They're just destroyed. It's gonna need new hoses. So it's probably just a car that's just been neglected for many, many, many years.
I'm gonna say, I don't know,
And that shock.
maybe 20.
20 at least. You see the brake line on this side. Not good. Okay, so those were left-hand thread, which probably explains why 2 of them were toast.
Now, what we
Right.
can do,
Whenever you see the little L, that means they're left-hand thread. All right, so here's where we are on the Pontiac. I didn't video everything because I was just too damn lazy, but I got 5 new studs on that wheel. That one is right-hand thread, like God intended. And This one was already converted to right-hand thread, so now everything's right-hand thread like a normal car. I don't know why this isn't a Mopar. Mopars usually have that. So the carb's rebuilt now. We put one of the drums we had there, and we're gonna see if we can get the brakes to at least pump up. And now we're gonna try to fire this thing off and see what we get. Okay, so we got everything hooked up again for hopefully getting this car started. The carburetor is rebuilt now. I got fuel going to it. It's not leaking currently, but it's not running yet. I got the remote trigger hooked up. And also we fixed the exhaust. So the exhaust is hooked up, but it does have a glass pack on it. So it won't be...
Well, it's going to be noisy.
It's going to be noisy, not as bad as it was for the first start, but we'll see what we get this time. And hopefully it will idle since carb's all cleaned out now.
Hang on a second. Let's do this.
A little gas, auxiliary pump.
Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to give this a go. And we got nothing. Oh, I didn't hook up the battery.
You got to hook up the battery, dude.
Dang it!
How do you do that?
Take two. I don't know, I forget. You know, you need positive and negative on a 12-volt system on a car such as this fine Pontiac by General Motors. All right.
Let's try it again.
Now we have a complete circuit. Amazing. That sounds like it's running.
Not hateful.
Damn, it's running. It's idling. So, damn, that motor sounds pretty good. That sounds way better. So, yeah. All right, the car is driving under its own power, no brakes. So we're gonna have to order the brake stuff for it for next time. That it needs hoses for sure, probably a few other bits and pieces. But the car actually runs pretty good now with the rebuilt carburetor. And also we found some stuff in the trunk, including somebody put an electric fan on it, took the regular fan off, so we're gonna put the regular one back on it and do a few other things to it. But this thing should be ready to hit the streets again, hopefully soon. And we're gonna try to make it nice and safe too. The engine is now, we pressure washed it, and if you look, it's Ford blue. It's bright Ford blue, because it's a Pontiac. And it came out really clean. We think this was rebuilt, because we found a bunch of old parts from the rebuild, the old parts in the trunk. And this thing runs pretty good. We actually pulled it outside to pressure wash it and pulled it back in here. Now I've got to order a lot of parts, so especially brake ones, so it can be put back on the road safely. So until we get those, this is going to be the end of the video. So if you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment as to how you like the Pontiac. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.